Up. Coach, catch your breath, get some water, and start whenever you're ready.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. First, I want to say, man, what a game. I mean, that's special, but I want to give a special shout out. I mean, LSU was they played a tremendous football game. That was a heck of a football team. We knew it coming in. It was going to take an unbelievable effort, and we were able to make one. And you say you make one more play. That's what we happened to make one more play, and they got a heck of a team and did a great job in the game and, made calls, plays, everything in the world. They came back on us and fought and scratched. And, I mean, it was a great SEC football game. But how proud I am of our players. And this is about the players, period. And the reason being, I mean, like I've said before, I thought we've improved a lot in a lot of areas on this team. And it hadn't always come out in the results at the end in some critical moments. They're starting to get over that hump. They picked up the crumbs, they found the inches, and they just scratched, called, and believed. And, I mean, all the way you say fight to the end, we had 1 second. We had a 78-yard drive, 12 plays, a minute 29, no timeouts. And we worked 2-minute offense religiously all year, and our kids believe in it. They like it. And, I mean, it's never over till it's over. And you make that play, and then the fourth down throws and two-point convert. I mean, there's so – and then you go back and I can't even remember now that I think about it. So many chances you had to win it, and – you thought, maybe we just blew it there, and you didn't, and the kids just kept playing. And I can't be happier for a group of guys and what they've shown, the grit, the determination, the desire, the toughness, the effort, the discipline, the pride, everything they have. And, and they set a standard for what that Aggie helmet means. And hopefully we're getting to where that standard is, and we can grow from that because we want it to mean excellence. And we want the guys, all the people, I've said this before, the people who put that ring on, we represent them, and I'm proud that the group that wears that helmet and plays. And our kids today, if you're not proud of those guys, you can't be proud of anybody. But I just there's not a lot of words I can say. It's just an incredible football game, and on both ways and both teams. I've never been anything like it.
Start to the right, Gabe, then Ben, then Brent.
Just a million directions here, Jimbo. How about this Kendrick Rogers? I mean, this guy only comes out when it's dangerous out there. When it's clutch, he comes out big time. Can you take us
I need to. I just can't find. I got to find him in other times. I wish you know because he can be one heck of a football player, and the plays he made and the things he did, and coming out in those times and made critical plays he did, big time.
Ben,
what did you tell Callan with 1 second left? And I mean, what did you see? And that's the first question. And secondly, what did you see out of him poise-wise throughout all the 7 overtimes?
I mean, he never lost poise. I mean, even if he didn't make a bad play, okay, I got you. I got you. I said, all right, knucklehead. I mean, but there was about 2 or 3 plays we run. When we are 2 minute, we got plays set from the 5 in, from the 10 in, from the 15, from the 20. We work that we throw as last plays of the game all the time. And that's one of them that we throw a lot of. And we talked about it over there. And I said, just make sure you give us a chance. Make sure you set in the pocket. Make sure you get it to the end zone. And he did that. And he didn't do that. He just threw a strike. And I'm going to tell you, Courtney ran a tremendous route. And then what you didn't see in there, playing Jason around the wheel, and 13 ran a good over route, which cleared it for the safety because that was our first read. And he went to a second read, which was Courtney in the hole. And it's something that's a play that we run, I mean, every day. Every day we run that play. And it paid off.
Third row, Christy, and then Brent. Sorry. Ladies first.
2-part. First, is this the craziest game you've ever been a part of? And secondly, does it seem like the fourth quarter was like 3 years ago?
It does. I mean, I didn't realize it went 7. I lost track of overtime. I ain't gonna lie. They said 7. I guess that's what y'all say it was. It was. I lost track, but it did, and it is the craziest game. I was in the first long overtime game ever in the SEC, 56-49 at Auburn, Georgia, back in '96. Was crazy, but I'd never been in 7. I mean, and keep going and going and going. And the 2-point conversion, you make them, you don't make them. I mean, just, you had 2 teams out there refusing to lose, and we were fortunate enough to make one more play.
Okay, Brent.
Can you say about the conditioning of your defense to still be standing out there in the end?
Well, everybody. We had 107 plays on offense and 90 on defense. And then, like the guy said, they felt like Courtney said, we didn't feel like we could have kept playing. He felt really fresh. He felt good. And we practice really hard. I mean, we do, and it's not a cliche. Our conditioning, Smitty, our training room does a great job, and we work them in practice. I mean, and that's why we believe in it, and our GPS system of how to push these guys, and they're getting stronger as it goes, and it paid off tonight because our conditioning and because you get tired, and I don't care how good a player you are, you can't play. And our strength and conditioning did a great job tonight.
Second row left, Mark.
Jimbo, fear that I'm becoming repetitive with this question, but how about Travion tonight? 35 carries, right at 200 yards.
Oh, man.
You know, bounce back from that fumble.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, and like I say, he's a pilot. Listen, that guy's made so many plays for us that, you know, sometimes you make one. That's why, like I said, we tell our guys, love's the reason for the fight. We love our guys. They love each other. They pick each other up, and they move on. And guys, a competitor, he's a warrior, all those guys. I'm telling you, our team will compete. And they're learning how to play with great toughness and pride in what they do, and I'm proud of them because that's the start. That's the start of what it does. But he does it every day in practice. Every day, everything he does is like that.
Second row, Ben, then Gabe.
Did you feel like this is going to be a catalyst win for what you want to do in this program? moving
Well, I
forward?
hope so. I mean, and I don't know if it's catalyst wins. You still got to go play the next game, and you got to do it. But at least it's a hump that they got over and learned to overcome and fight back through. The catalyst wins are a catalyst if you build on things. And that's what we have to do right now. We have to get our bearings back, get ready, get our academics, and get ready for a bowl game. Practice our tails off, and got 15 practice like a spring practice. We got to get better. It's time to get better. We're not going just to win a bowl game. We're going for next year to send these seniors out the right way on a bowl game, but we're trying to get better in these next 15 practices. That's the same as the spring, so we can catapult this into next year and what we try to do and develop. And that's a big thing we got to do. And understand the psychological disposition you have to play with.
Front row right, Gabe. Then we'll go to left, Zach.
I want to read a couple stats. These are seniors on defense. Wilson, 13 tackles. Ataro Locke, 11 tackles, 2 sacks. Caper Smith, 8 tackles, tackle for loss. Kingsley Kiki, 6 tackles. Dalen Mack had 2 sacks and 2.5 tackles for loss. What did it mean to these seniors out there in terms of that never quit on their last game of college?
And to walk out of that stadium, the last time you ever went down that tunnel and the last time you ever went back out that tunnel, to have accomplished what you accomplished. In that, I mean, it'll always be special for them. And we talked about that. We told our players, we want our seniors to understand how much they meant. And I can't say enough about that senior class. Their whole life they've done things one way. You get to the last year of your career, and here comes this guy in here with all these crazy ideas and yelling and hollering and pushing, and they got to buy into it. And they did immediately, and then they translated it down to those younger guys. And we talked about, listen, we might not win the championship this year, but the legacy and the standard is going to be set by what you do. And our seniors definitely deserve that, and it's tremendous what they did this year. And I'm so happy for them to be able to walk out there victorious in a game like that.
Time for a couple more, Zach, and then Brent, and then Travis.
Jimbo, there was a lot of things going on after the game, obviously, but I need to ask, were you aware of altercation between one of your assistants and one of the LSU assistants?
No, I didn't. I had no idea.
Let's see film.
I haven't
Brent.
seen any.
When you took this job a year ago, based on its recent history, how much was it emphasized that this was one that you needed to win, talking about versus LSU? And I know you need to win them all. But
Well, I mean, it's in the West. And listen, this is one, I mean, we know Alabama's winning the West, but LSU's been right there at the top. And men say, you have to play everybody in the West. You have to climb all the way through. And it wasn't one I got to win. You got to win them all. You got to play everybody in the West. You got to play everybody on your schedule. And, but I have, you say win LSU because you have great respect for them. They have tremendous players, tremendous talent. They're well coached. They got a great organization. And, if you're going to go to the top of the SEC, that's one of the teams that you're going to have to compete against year in, year out. And luckily we did that today.
Front row, Travis, and then Ben, you'll wrap us up. We got players ready.
2 quick ones. First, on the spike play, how confident were you that they got that spike down?
I did, because when the guy hit the ground, there was 5 seconds on the clock. So that ball has to be dead right then. And so immediately when he goes back up, then it was, somehow it got to 3 so quick. So I knew it did. And we do it. Listen, I don't say that. We do that every day. I mean, you can't believe how many times we've done that.
And then Kendrick on the one-handed touchdown grab, where does that rank among touchdown grabs that you've seen?
No, hey, listen, that's a phenomenal play. But I'm going to say this. That's his job. Kendrick can do that. That's what Kendrick can do. And I think he's learning to do that. And I take nothing away. I mean, I love him, and he knows it. But that guy can do some really good things, and that size and length, it makes a difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. We'll get the players.